And it's good to make it 14-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Patterson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Fields. Steps away. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Back to throw. Fields. And incomplete on the deep ball.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap. Fields. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown. Hayden Hurst. 37 yards. And the Dolphins are back within a score. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Takes it at the 7. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and, you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards, they'll say, there is never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Stafford. Flushed out right. Past the 20. And in for the Lions touchdown. Kyle Pitts, 46 yards. And the Lions go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 21-7. After the made field goal, Badgley back out there for the kickoff. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw taken in by Cooper here. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Now a first down throw, Fields. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Glover Quinn. And the Lions will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. And Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Rolling to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Now a first down throw. Stafford. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got his receiver, Cooper. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. A final shot before the break. Fields steps away to his left. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to run game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Fields. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
They snap it to Fields. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he will have a Dolphins first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. From the 50, here's Fields. They do a double team, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a two-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
41 yards rushing for him now to this point.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. Second and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. Now Stafford being chased out left. His throw incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now it's Stafford. He is going to find Hill here. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On the give, this is their fullback. Down right around the 25.
The end result was brute force on brute force, but think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Right back to Sanders on first down. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.